I can tell you right now, it's not often we have a hurricane at this latitude. And yes, Ophelia is now a hurricane. And it's not just any hurricane, it's a strengthening Category 2 hurricane. Ophelia right now is a 100-mile-per-hour Category 2 hurricane and is right now just about stationary. But wow, has Ophelia strengthened. Right now, Ophelia is just battling very little wind shear. And when there is no wind shear, you're most likely going to see the system develop. So that's exactly what Ophelia is doing right now. Ophelia has no wind shear, so it has become the 10th back-to-back hurricane this year. It's not often that this happens. This is for sure a rare occurrence that Ophelia is the 10th back-to-back hurricane.
Back-to-back.
You truly don't see that often. And you know what else you don't see often? A country in Europe in the cone of uncertainty. But before I get into that, let me show you what Ophelia looks like. If you look at the satellite imagery, Ophelia has a well-defined eye, and it's getting bigger by the second. But overall, Ophelia is still a very small storm, kind of like Lee. This is good news because it's going to minimize the impacts to Western Europe. But now let's talk about what Western Europe is going to experience. Because for them, it's very rare for them to even talk about hurricanes. And it's just in the realm of possibility of a hurricane making landfall in Europe. I can't believe I'm saying that, but it's true in some way. As of right now, 2 European countries are in the cone of uncertainty, Ireland and the UK. And both are going to feel the effects from Ophelia. But let me tell you something, Ophelia isn't going to be your typical hurricane. That's because when you get to around that latitude, the ocean waters aren't sufficient enough to support hurricane life. So it's typical, and that's what Ophelia is going to do. Ophelia is going to turn into a strong extratropical cyclone. It's still going to have hurricane impacts, but it's not going to look like a hurricane, if you know what I mean. It's going to be extra tropical. Because yet again, hurricanes need warm waters to survive. But when you get to the high latitude, the ocean water temperatures are for sure not to a hurricane's liking. And that's why it turns extra tropical. But both Ireland and the UK are for sure going to feel the effects of Ophelia. Ophelia is for sure going to bring some high-end tropical storm winds to the whole country of Ireland and some parts of the UK. Sustained tropical storm winds. I know that might not seem a lot, but that still could do a lot of damage. So if you're in Ireland or northern UK, you're going to get some strong tropical rain and low-end hurricane gusts. And with a hurricane possibly making landfall, you could expect high waves and maybe even a little bit of some storm surge. But this is no Category 5 hurricane. It's just going to be a pretty rainy 2 days for people in Ireland and northern UK come Monday, Tuesday. Even though it's not going to be a hurricane, it's still going to bring some hurricane-like effects. And those hurricane-like effects are going to be the strong winds, heavy rain, and even some possible storm surge. But we got some more time to address that. Because if you live in the UK or Ireland, you know the temperatures are around 50 to 60 degrees. That is why the high of a latitude can't support tropical life. And that's why Ophelia is going to turn extra tropical. But remember, Ophelia is still going to bring some effects to Ireland and the UK. But wow, this is rare. It's not often that Ireland is in the cone of uncertainty. This is a very rare scenario, but it's happening. Subscribe right here to stay informed, and I'll see you in the next one.